The new 1370 The Buzz. The Buzz.
Thanks for tuning back into Suki Says on WBZH The Buzz. As I said before last week, I'm completely spoiling the Star Wars fans out there because I have on the line Mr. Peter Mayhew. Peter, how are you?
Hello there, I'm fine.
How was your weekend?
Great. We were down in Houston doing a show down there, and it was a wonderful show. Lots and lots of fans, and we just had a great time.
Now, are you excited for Philadelphia Comic-Con?
Yep, yeah, looking forward to it.
Now, I'm sure you've been asked this a million times before, but how uncomfortable was the wardrobe for Chewbacca?
You had a suit under an undersuit under the hairy suit, but it wasn't too bad. You got used to it, and you wore it not for that length of a long time, but long enough to get the shots done that we needed. So it wasn't too bad.
Now, they made you a couple of those. Do you have any lying around the house?
Unfortunately, no. No, they were prized properties that went back to Skywalker Ranch.
Ah, okay. Okay. Now, when you went to work on the movies, did you read any of the source material beforehand?
Some, but not that much. You know, I saw the drawings of the costumes and things like this, and knew that it was going to be a sci-fi movie. You know, I've been told that. And it was a question of, do you think you can do this? And let's give it a try. And basically, that was it. You know, because of not a lot of people knew the actual story.
Okay. Now I'm wondering how you developed Chewbacca's mannerisms and gestures, because you have a very specific way of carrying yourself as the character, so much so that people could tell when it wasn't you in the costume.
Exactly. It was one of those things that, because you're so big, there are certain mannerisms that carry on. Doesn't matter whether you're stark naked or you've got a no, it doesn't. Whether you're stark naked or whether you've got a costume on, you can tell how things are going, what that particular character looks like. You know, for example, Vader is a totally different character to Chewie, and it just worked out the way both George and everybody, all the other executives wanted it, and you know, you can usually tell after a couple of weeks what the character is going to be like. Unfortunately, it worked out very nicely.
So now, before you got into the wardrobe, I'm sure you were doing character work and, you know, lines and all that. So when you finally...
What lines?
Well, you know, direction, listening to people.
Up to a point. So because there is no point, you know, thinking about it. You're part of maybe 4 or 6 people on set at any one time. So you react to what they are reacting to, because remember, Chewie can understand most things, and the only thing he can't do is talk. So you join in. It's almost like playing a dummy, you know, and you react to whatever's going on, and occasionally you get it right. Sometimes you get it wrong, but most of the time we were able to get it right.
Cool. Did you find that actually putting the costume on worked itself into...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it helps a lot, because, you know, you can just be sitting down waiting to go on, and they'll say, right, put your costumes on, and that character comes out.
A good external sort of.
Yeah.
I like it.
It bounces. You're there, you're doing something, and yet when it's all over, when you finished your part, you go back to being a normal or relatively normal actor.
Are any actors normal?
I don't think so. It's taken me 30 years to think that I am normal.
Now, what are some of the coolest things that you've been asked to sign at conventions?
It ranges from tiny Lego pieces of Chewie, up to T-shirts, posters, lunchboxes. You name it. If anything is possible to sign, I usually get asked, and 90% of the time we can do it. But it's only when it gets down to really, really small stuff that you have a problem, because you can't find a pen that registers small enough. It's not the big stuff; it's the small stuff that is a problem.
Well, if they have maybe 12 of them, you can put a letter on each little item.
Yes, yeah. There are many Chewies out there with Peter Chewie Mayhew on both feet. So it's crazy, but it works.
It's adapting. It works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right.
it's like adapting any job.
Well, thank you for talking to me. I'm really excited to see you this weekend.
Good. It's going to be great.
All right. You take care until I see you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was the awesome and just wonderful gentleman by the name of Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca. And you can see him this weekend at Wizard World. Very excited for that. If you're going, don't be shy. Say hi to everyone. Say hi to me. I'm going to be running around like a crazy lady. And we're going to get back to the music right now with some Foo Fighters.